Well, that's one entrepreneur trying to come out with a solution to make us all more secure with what all it is that we do on our smartphones. We started the show by talking about how things have started looking better with all these talks of vaccines. What is that going to mean for traffic? We don't know as yet whether all offices will reopen, whether work from home is going to be here, even the post-COVID world, a hybrid model. But in all likelihood, traffic will go up. Yes, those horrific days that we've all spent in the cars, right? Stuck in jams. They could be something that we need to get used to again in 2021. Our next guest tries to solve that problem, has raised 57 crore rupees recently. Doing so, provides an app-based bus service for professionals to commute. So let's welcome the CEO and co-founder of CityFlo, who's joining us right here. Thank you so much for being a part of Startup Central, Jerin. This is Nayantara Rai. Jerin, you've raised 57 crore rupees during a pandemic when work from home seems to be the norm that's going to outlive coronavirus. That takes guts, but clearly investors agree with you as well.
Thank you for having me on the show, Nayantara. And of course, you know, it doesn't make sense to deny the fact that work from home is a part of our reality now. But what we've seen is it's not purely a productivity discussion, right? It's not simply, am I productive from work or am I productive from home? It's also a part of my social life, right? So as, you know, we recover from the pandemic, I think a significant percentage of us are going to start working from office again, maybe not daily, maybe 2 days a week, maybe 4 days a week. But what we're seeing is as the panic around the pandemic and the confidence in the vaccines around it come back, we're seeing more and more people start resuming work from office. And we're already seeing that CityFlo customers have started taking the bus again. And in fact, we've recovered more than half. We're at about 60% of our peak revenues from March before the lockdown hit.
Back at 60% of the revenues pre-lockdown. How big is your fleet? How exactly does it work? How many people are using your service?
Yeah, so I'll quickly give an introduction on CityFlo. We're a Mumbai-based daily commute company. And as opposed to what a lot of our customers think, we are an alternative to driving your car to work. We run premium Benz buses from residential complexes to all major commercial hubs in the city, like BKC, Kolaba, Lower Parel, Andheri East, and Goregaon. And to a customer, CityFlo is a Benz bus every 10 minutes, 5 minutes away from home, and gets you to work as fast as a car, because we only stop for 5 or 6 stops before we head directly to BKC or Lower Parel, right? And pre-COVID, we used to run 160 buses in our fleet and ferry over 8,500 passengers every single day.
So 160 was your strength pre-COVID. Where are you at now?
100 buses right now. I think we've just crossed 100 this month. And we're seeing substantial growth every month as more and more offices open up and as more and more customers develop confidence over the sanitization processes and the safety process, the safety audits that CityFlo's taken, the efforts we've taken to make it safe for them to travel in the bus.
You preempted my question because, you know, if your strength pre-corona was 160, now whatever the strength is, it can't carry the same capacity, right? Because you'll have to have social distancing and all of that. So you've answered that question for me. My next question for you, Jerin, is that you'll stay in Mumbai. Do you have plans for other cities? I would imagine the fundraise could be for that purpose.
So we look at it a little differently. We're not eager to expand cities as much as we are eager to grow the business. And the way we see it, at 160 buses, we're ferrying only 8,000 passengers. And to give you full context, Bombay has about 1.5 crore commuters a day. And about 10 to 15 lakh of us travel by cars. So we're still so small that it's almost irrelevant the size of CityFlo today. So the way we are looking to grow, we are of course looking to grow, and we are looking to do most of that growth in Bombay, from Thane, from Borivali, from Bandra, from all major residential hubs to all of these commercial hubs. So most of our growth is going to be, a lot of our growth is going to be on existing routes where we're going to be adding more buses. And then we will look at other heavy traffic routes in the city where it's where it's a pain to drive every day. So it's reserved for Bombay, this fundraise.
Next question to you, Jerin, is 8,000. You want 8,000 commuters. You want to grow the business. You're not looking at other geographies. One day, I hope to, in the post-corona world, invite you to the National Capital Region so you can see our traffic nightmares, Gurgaon, Delhi, Noida. But jokes aside, now if someone is going to say, and you said it's an alternative to your own car. Yeah. Your alternatives that will exist right now, your option that you're providing, CityFlo. There's also the local trains. There's also Uber, Ola, and all of that. How competitive are you in pricing?
So the pricing is, so from Thane to BKC, which is a fairly standard route in Bombay, we price about, we charge a fare of about 180 rupees per ride. If you buy a subscription with CityFlo, which is what majority of our regular customers use, it costs you about 5,000 to 6,000 rupees a month, depending on the route that you're traveling on. So in terms of alternatives, we are very close to your private car or driving your private car. So that is very directly our primary competitor. Local trains are obviously a much more affordable way of commuting to work. And we do see a certain chunk of customers coming from local trains, but these are the people who have very actively chosen not to drive to work. Right, and while comparing ourselves to Uber or Ola or other taxi companies, we see CityFlo as a daily commute solution, and we might not solve all your travel needs like going to meet a friend or going shopping or traveling on the weekend. But for commute, CityFlo makes a lot more sense and is at a very affordable price point.
So you will stay in this business only of commuters and professionals. You won't look at other options that come up in the post-corona world, whether it's to use your fleet, whether it's to go for a cricket match or a music concert or some event in a stadium. Because business must be thin on weekends, right?
Yeah, business is thin on weekends. The business practically is non-existent on weekends, except for the charter bus business that we run on the side, and it's a small portion of our business today. While these are all good opportunities, according to us, we think there's a lot of value in just sticking to what we are really good at, and all our energies and our focus is on the commute business, right? Like I said, if you look at transportation, 70% of that is commute. So while the weekend utilization is a tempting direction for us to head in, it will distract us from our primary focus of solving commute. Right, and we build our business from a profitability standpoint in a way that our business makes economic sense just running 5 days of the week.
My final question then to you, 57 crore rupees is not to expand into new geographies. What exactly is it for?
So like I said, the most obvious one is going to be that we are looking to grow very fast. Of course, we have the headwind of the pandemic and the lockdown in front of us, which I believe in the medium term is something we'll recover from, simply because we are so small today, like compared to the market available. Secondly, something that we are very excited about is, making buses better than your private car, right? And this has a lot of elements. So number one is we're doing a redesign for the bus. We're going to design buses over decades have not been designed keeping the final customer in mind. It's been bought by the players in transport and has not kept the final customer in mind. And we are doing a rehaul of the interiors of the bus to make it suitable for someone who's commuting every day. In addition to that, There are standards that we are, following on operations in terms of reliability of buses, in terms of punctuality, in terms of the development of our drivers, not just professionally, but also personally. And these are all investments that CityFlo is making. And also the route design that CityFlo makes is such that every customer of CityFlo will have a bus stop within 5 minutes of walking from home. And we design our routes in a manner where it only has 5 to 6 stops. So it's actually as fast as a car, right? So like I said, we are very determined to make buses better than your private car. And the most important part to the customer is that once you board a bus, once you board a CityFlo bus, you can relax. You don't have to worry about your commute or your traffic, right? And you can prepare for your day. You can catch a nap. You can catch up on the Netflix movie that you stopped watching last night.
That's the case. So that, Jerin, I'd like to wish you all the very best. Congratulations on the fundraise. You managed to convince the likes of Lightbox and India Quotient that now is the time to invest in tomorrow's traffic problems that are going to return in the post-corona world. Thanks a lot for joining us. With that, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap. We'll see you again tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m.